Okay. So once again, I'm happy that we can come together and talk a little bit about Dharma or Buddhism, and today about meditation. And again, I want to express my my respect for the young people who come together to talk about these things and maybe practice some of these things on a Sunday morning, 9:30. This is not something you expect from young people. If young people are up so early, then they will only watch television or sit on the computer. So actually you sit on the computer, but you do wholesome things. So I respect it. Okay, and so today's topic is meditation and relaxation. And since you have been maybe joining some other classes already, it's we have this main topic of dealing with difficulties, or how to overcome problems, or how can we face challenging situations or challenging times. And each of the single topics are supposed to be a little bit helping with this. So today, we also want to talk about how meditation maybe can be helpful in difficult times, especially. And I think also you had already many classes in the day before yesterday, last weekend, where you maybe talk also about what kind of difficulties do we face in life sometimes, you know, from the things we cannot escape, like getting old and sick and eventually die. And then also there are the things, the many little difficulties and the many big difficulties that we face, from heartbreak, difficulties in the family, difficulties in school, difficulties with the job, and so on and so on. And one thing that is common with all of these difficulties is that when you have a crisis or some big problem, usually it's extremely uncomfortable for your feeling, for your mind, for your emotions. And when difficulties come, these emotions, they are very strong, very intense. They can, you can even feel them in the body. Your body gets tight or nervous, or your stomach feels not good. Yeah, some people really, they, even when the problem is very strong, even the body gets sick. Sometimes they can feel it. Or when your body gets sick and you have maybe, I hope not, but maybe somebody of you have already had the painful experience when you break your arm or something, or maybe just a finger, or something that we have to face. Sometimes we have to go to the dentist and he takes out the tooth. And sometimes we have just physical pain, very strong. And when we have strong physical pain, this will impact our mind. So sometimes our mind can have a strong impact on our body. Sometimes our body can make our mind very go crazy. So, and what all these things have in common, the mind is very intense, very, you can say, restless, or very shaken. Feels sometimes like you are inside the tornado inside, or maybe the wave is like a big wave coming from emotions and they just take you with them. And you feel you have no ground sometimes in difficult situations. And meditation, but not only meditation, this we also want to talk about today, meditation and other things can be helpful to get you on the ground again, that you can feel you have stability again, even if things are very difficult. And of course, the Buddha was very smart. So he's of course not advising you to wait until you have the big problem and then you start meditation, because it might be good for you, because then you are not used to meditation, and then the problem will just be much stronger than your meditation. It's like when you go with a level 1 character in your video game, you go to the boss fight of the end. It will not work. So you have, of course, to go through the different levels of meditation, so to say, to develop your skills and get used to meditation. And then if there's some boss fight coming in your life with some crisis, then it might be more level, more even. Then you can meet the challenges more stable. Okay, but what I want to say at the beginning right away, today we will do some meditations, small ones, not much, not too long, but there are, what is the purpose of meditation is to calm us down and to ground us and feel relaxed a little bit. There are different ways of meditation. Some they are just for relaxing. Some are also for much deeper things, like really understanding your mind properly, have really strong like spiritual insights. This is what the Buddha also talk about when he talk about enlightenment or nirvana. These are things quite beyond our scope, quite beyond our experience right now. So we start with the basic things. But if you want to relax, meditation is not the only thing you can do, especially when you're a young person, especially when you're a teenager or so, you have a lot of energy. So sometimes for you, sitting down might not be so easy. Or even when you're even more young, when you're like, elementary school age or a little older, for them, relaxing actually is easier when they use their body, when they do something with their body. This can also be relaxing, like different kind of sports. And if you grow older and you have already some kind of not self-discipline, but you can get used to also relaxing and chilling with your body, then there are some sports, so to say, that already are quite close to meditation, like yoga. Some yoga exercises are still challenging for your body. You can use your energy, but also the breath sometimes is involved, and your body and mind can calm down. Or if you know Qigong, maybe you have heard of Qigong or Tai Chi, or of course Kung Fu. Kung Fu is the fast version of Tai Chi. So if you have a lot of energy, you better do Kung Fu. If you want to chill more, then you do the Tai Chi version of it. And even for other people, they don't need movement in this way. They use music to calm down and to relax. Soft music, calm music that they enjoy. Some people use music, they play music, they play an instrument, and that really is for them like meditation, because they are really in the moment, really in the present. Some people use art when they paint or even write. Some people do handicrafts. Some people do gardening. So today we don't want to talk about meditation as the one and only tool, like sitting meditation for enlightenment, because maybe not everybody of you want to realize nirvana or something like that. So maybe you still want to engage in the world. So we speak about the different techniques that can help our mind to calm down in an easy way, simple way. And the things that are now talked about, sitting meditation or Qigong, Tai Chi yoga, music, art, and so forth, they have one thing in common. And this one thing that they have in common is what can calm us down. And this is that whatever you do in a meditative way usually is something that you do in the present moment, and that keep your mind in the present moment. And what makes your mind usually so painful or so difficult or so restless is when your mind is often in the future, thinking about what will happen, what can happen, worries or fears, and or you are stuck in the past and you think about what happened, what was painful, what was unfair, what was not good, what was good, not good enough, where somebody hurt you, where you hurt somebody, and you're stuck in the past. Or even in the present, you can also get restless when your mind is completely turned outside. Some people maybe can also play the video games in a very meditative way, very focused. But usually when you are on the internet, or even when you go shopping or whatever, your mind is all over the place. You hear, you see, you smell, you look, and you talk and think and plan. There's many, many things you do at once. And this also is, actually, this all takes energy, it takes energy away from you. So meditation or meditative things, usually they happen in the present, and they don't need so much energy. And it's even joyful to do for your body and joyful for your mind as well. Yes. So you can then try yourself, if you have some of your hobbies, you can try one time to do them in a very focused way, especially the sport things. Maybe if you go jogging, even if you go jogging with music on the headphones, it's okay. But really try to be, for example, while you jog, you're completely with your body feeling or with your feet, that you're really focused on one thing during the jogging. Relax in a relaxed way, not like in a tight focused way, but just stay with one thing. And when your mind then thinks about school or vacation or things that you have to plan, you can just bring your mind back to what you're doing right now. You can try that one time, one of your hobbies or one of your sport things, to see how you feel different, if you feel different afterwards. Yeah. And then maybe before we then, oh, sorry. Maybe then before I talk more about meditation, maybe we try one short meditation just to see what is meant by that. Or maybe can you raise your hand in video, or if you have no video, who has no experience at all with meditation? Who has never meditated? Nothing. Okay. So everybody has actually some experience. Okay, then now we can go further. Who is meditating once each week? Ah, 2 people. Okay, then we know. Okay, who's meditating once each month? No. Yeah, kind of. The one is doing like this. Okay, no, then it's okay. Then today, if we do 2 or 3 different exercises, then next time you can say, oh, I meditate many times each day, or at least once each year. Okay. Then we try one, or we will try 3 things. Let's see if this is working. Can you actually see the room? Because I thought maybe we can do also one body exercise like Qigong, where you can use your body. And I would also like to do, but I don't know how your home is right now, if there is space for walking meditation. Walking. And this doesn't need much space. If you now look behind you, like, oh no, the room is very, very untidy. Where should I walk? This needs only some steps. You can do, even if it's just small steps, you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps in one direction, turn around and just go the same line back. Because many people, they know about sitting meditation, but they don't know that you can also meditate while walking. And actually, this is, for me at least, this is kind of like a secret tip, because many people, they don't think so much about walking meditation. But when you walk, the Buddha himself, he said, walking meditation has many, many benefits. Maybe we start like this. We start with walking meditation, then we do some small sitting meditation, and then we talk a little bit, and then we can see if we still have time for the Qigong. So because walking meditation and sitting meditation has, again, in common, you stay with one single, very simple object of your attention. Usually many people, maybe you know, what meditation objects do you know? Or do you know, who does not know what a meditation object is? Meditation object or object of your meditation. Who does not know? Can raise arm or click also. Okay. So, okay, you know what it is. What kind of meditation objects do you know? Some things that you focus on in your meditation. What do you know? What kind of meditation objects? What kind of things do you focus on in meditation? Somebody says the breath, breathing. Do you know others? Because breath is the most famous one. Yeah, this is the famous one. Yeah. Hiền tâm.
I would say love.
Yes, can. Very good. Actually, I didn't expect this one. I expect more like okay, different ones, but love is very true. Actually, you can meditate to generate love. First for yourself, usually. Oh, very good. Thank you for this reminder. Maybe we can even, we can do many different meditations today if the time allows it. So you can meditate on love to feel and create even or generate love or feeling of warm-heartedness for yourself, because we need it the most first. First we have to generate for ourselves, then we can share with others. And then when this is done, then you can also spread or think of somebody else and send them this feeling of love. But then later you try to even expand and include people you don't know, or all people of this whole planet, or all beings, all animals and so forth. Yeah, very good, excellent. Breath, love, what else? What else comes to mind? Tea. Yes. There's, especially in, do you know maybe Thich, how to say in Vietnamese, Thich Nhat Hanh? Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce. Thich Nhat Hanh is a very famous meditation teacher. He's now very old, but still alive, I think. He's still alive. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, he is famous for including almost everything you do in your meditation practice. Even when you just drink a sip of tea, you do it in a meditative way, being in the present moment and really enjoying what you have here in your hand and feeling gratitude for it, that you have it, smelling it, and use all your senses to be aware of the tea that you are drinking or when you're eating. And even for him, cleaning your room is meditation. Washing the dishes can be meditation. And then actually, I have to be honest, whenever he's talking about this, because he has a way of talking about it very calmly, the next time when I wash the dishes, and I really just wash the dishes, and then he also says, feel the warm water, smell the soap, you wash the plate. It can feel very nice. So maybe next time when your parents say, wash the dishes, and usually you feel, oh no, then you can try to make it. You can make things, you can decide if you want to wash dishes very angrily and with a grudge towards your parents, your choice. Or you can wash and see if you can make it a little bit more pleasant for yourself. Yeah. Then there's one more meditation object that's actually very obvious. And many people say you should start with this one. Somebody says mantra. Mantra, these repetitive, very simple words or syllables, like Om, Mani, Padme, Hum is very famous. Even chanting the Buddha's name, actually, like your parents, maybe they do the Amitabha Buddha chanting, the Namo Ayila Fat. This all can be meditation because you focus on this one word or this one repetitive thing. Yeah. And now somebody said what I was just starting to talk about is the physical sensations, your body, and these are the most easy things. You have your breath and your body you have with yourself always. Yeah, now somebody wrote the body. Your body is always with you, and you can also, the Buddha advised that the body is very especially helpful to use as a meditation object when you face difficulties, for example, in your emotional area of life, when strong anger comes up or strong fear, or maybe some people today they talk a lot about anxiety or maybe panic attacks. And it's kind of proven that if you have a panic attack, a lot is of course your mind and your emotions, but your body is in a present moment where actually maybe there is no much danger right now. And if you can manage, if you have overwhelming emotions and you then sit right now and you feel where your body touches your chair, you can do this right now where you sit, or where your feet touch the ground. You don't even have to change your sitting posture. Even when you sit in the train, you can look very normal, but you can just feel where does your arm touch right now? Is it touching your other body parts or the part of the chair? Then what also belongs to the physical sensation is whatever you can hear right now. You can sit very normally and you just focus on whatever you can hear. Because this is always in the present moment. Whatever you feel with your senses can never be in the past and can never be in the future. And then what can you smell right now? And then of course the taste, if there's any. Maybe you have the chewing gum, I don't know. And what can you see with your eyes? When people have panic attacks or difficulties or emotions come up, the Buddha advised to, like when the ship on the ocean, there's a big storm and the ship is going wild, then they release the anchor. The anchor goes in the water and hook to the ground and keep the ship stable. So even when the wind is strong, the ship will stay at one place. And this is what can happen when you bring your awareness to your body, whenever you do this. And actually, when you have difficulties with emotions, some people even advise that you go through these your senses. When you have overwhelming emotions, then you start with maybe, okay, what can I feel? 3 things that I can feel. I can feel my feet touching the ground. I can feel my back, whatever it is, or I feel the clothes on my skin. Then 3 things that I can see, and you don't rush. You really look at one thing and even say like, okay, the wall, the bottle, the light, the lamp, something like this, and you take 1 or 2 seconds to really be with something. Then 3 things I can hear right now, that you can distance yourself a little bit from the difficulties that are happening. And but the most easy thing is that you stay with one of the things, one of the sensations. And this is what we are going to do then today. Staying maybe with the body and later a little bit with the breath, just to practice. And just one nice story that I also like, how the Buddha compare one meditation object like the body is making your mind very stable. Because if you have only one thing, if you have one object and your mind can really rest, lie down and rest on this one thing, then there can be a lot of peace. It can be very peaceful for your mind and for your body as well. You can really relax. There's nothing to do. There's no things you have to go to. And the Buddha says like this: imagine you catch 6 animals, and the 6 animals are very different. One is a bird, one is a monkey, one is a crocodile, one is a dog, one is a hyena, I think, and one snake. One snake. Very different animals, and they also live in very different parts of the nature, But you catch them all, and you take the snake and you bind a rope to the tail of the snake. Then you bind a rope to the tail of the dog, and so on. You bind all the animals to ropes, and all the different ropes you tie together in the middle. So, and then you release the animals. Chaos. Because the snake wants to quickly go underground to hide. The monkey wants to climb the tree. The bird wants to go and fly away. The crocodile tries to drag all the other animals into the river, and everybody is fighting for their survival and they want to go somewhere. And so this will go on for some time. And maybe then one of the animals, who's the strongest, if it's a big dog or a small dog, I don't know, the strong animal will drag all the others with them. And later they will all collapse on the ground, very tired. And then the Buddha actually compares these 6 animals. These are our 6 senses, what we can hear, smell, taste, hear, smell, taste, see, hear, smell, taste, see, touch. And then our thinking, the mind also is a sense. So the Buddha said, when we are not aware of our mind or our senses, we are all over the place, and then at the end of the day, very tired. So he said, if you now take the 6 animals and you take all their ropes and you bind them to a strong post, a wooden post or pillar in the ground, and you bind them all there, Then they can pull as hard as they want. The pillar is what holds them together. And after sometimes the animals will realize, okay, we cannot go so much. Then we can also relax and sit down here. And then they calm down, and then that's it. And this one pillar is what we call a meditation object. This is what we say is, for example, when you focus only on your breathing and nothing else, or only feeling your body and nothing else. This is what the meditation object makes, the function of a meditation object. Yes. And in the beginning, of course, the six senses, they still want to go everywhere, especially your mind wants to go everywhere, but stay at the one place. So this is very normal. When you meditate, your mind wants to go think about vacation or other places or things in the past or future. And whenever you realize this, you just bring it back gently. You don't have to force, like, hey, come back here. Because with force or with like aggressiveness, your mind will never calm down. Your mind can only calm down when you do it gently. Yes. Okay. Then now I talked already too much because the time. No. We started 9:30, right? Oh, we have a lot of time still. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I would like to start with the walking meditation. But before we do this, I say just some words. The Buddha said there are some benefits from walking meditation. Oh, we have to first think that in the past, when the Buddha lived, there was no cars, and even when there was maybe carts, pulled carts by oxen or something like that, the monks and nuns, they did not use it because they felt they want to have the simple life and be a role model. Not everybody was able to have such a cart, and so they always walked. So you can imagine they walked a lot. They live in the forest for meditation. Then in the morning they get up and walk into the town for begging for food with a bowl. They only accept food. Then they walk out of the town to eat. And when they walk to a different town, or when the Buddha was teaching in maybe 2 or 3 other towns far away, they have to walk there. So they walk a lot. So it makes sense that they use this walking also for meditating. So the Buddha said, when you do walking meditation, one of the benefits is very simple. You will train your body that you are able to walk very long distances. This is one benefit when you do walking meditation. So today, many people, I don't know, you are in England maybe, or other English-speaking countries, but here in Germany, I'm from Germany, we have all these e-scooters. So many people, they don't use walking so much. They just use these scooters, and I don't know. Maybe if this goes on for some time, people gain a lot of weight. There was this movie about this robot who's cleaning up the planet, and what is it called? WALL-E? Do you know WALL-E, the movie? The humans, they got very fat over the time because they didn't have to move. So maybe these e-scooters are the start of that. So when you do walking for a long distance, your body will, this is the second one, your body still will be more fit by walking a lot. And it's also good for your digestion, especially when you have eaten and you don't just sit down or lie down. Some people, when they get older, they like to do the small nap. If you just walk a little bit, can be only 10 minutes or 5 minutes even, it will be very good for your digestion. Then another thing is, when you also use your walking for meditation, but this is more for the people who want to invest more energy for meditation. If you also meditate while walking, the Buddha said, you will create the energy of determination, or discipline, because you not only meditate while sitting, you also think, okay, where else can I meditate? So this makes your mind more strong to practice. Yeah. And one of the benefits that I would like you to focus on today when we do the walking meditation, and especially afterwards, is when you do walking meditation, obviously you walk. You walk, and when you walk, that means you use your whole body. Your body is involved. You have to look where you are walking and when to stop and when to turn around. So your senses are much more active. When you sit and just relax, you close your eyes, and many of the senses are quite calmed or automatically, and you turn inwards. But when you walk, you have to have open eyes and look a little bit where you are. And because this actually takes energy or attention, you have to bring up energy or effort to stay focused while walking. So you invest more energy to stay focused in comparison to sitting meditation. And this extra energy or effort that you have to invest, the Buddha said, makes the feeling that you are focused, or the feeling that you are peaceful, or the feeling that you are more clear after the meditation, it will last longer, this kind of feeling, because you invest more effort before. And this is something, when I heard this the first time and I tried it, I was very much surprised that if you do some walking meditation, even just 5 minutes, and you put more effort into, for example, feeling every step very mindfully, you feel every step. And then when you then sit down right afterwards and close your eyes and relax your body, the relaxation or the focus, concentration, or collection of the mind becomes much more easy. Almost you have not to do very much. But if you directly sit down and start with sitting, sometimes it can be, oh, your mind is everywhere still from what you did before. So I would then now propose that we do some walking meditation. And then after this, we directly sit down silently. And then I will just guide the sitting meditation. And for the, let me see, I think I have a small bell. I have a small bell on my computer that I can ring. Bell. Let me see. Where's the bell? Single. See if this is working. There's the bell, but I have to share my audio. What is this? Oh, here, computer audio, like this. You can still see me. And now where's the bell? Ah, yes. Okay, this is working. And later, when the walking meditation is finished, I can strike the bell, but then maybe you have to unplug the headphones. I don't know, or you keep the headphones if you have the wireless ones. For walking meditation now, we do maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And you can just look in your room where you can just walk a little bit up and down. Doesn't have to be much. And you just, I would propose you just stay with your attention in your feet. When you stay with the intention with your feet, you're far away from your head, far away from thinking. And then when you think about something else, you just come back and feel your feet. You can do very slowly. Or maybe I can. Well, is that okay? Can you hear me? Okay. Sometimes I don't know how well the microphone is. I'm quite a big person, so I have to go far away. I don't know how this works. You can still hear me okay, kind of? Can you hear? Kind of. Okay.
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah, I just want to say the steps, you can do baby steps and very slowly like this. But some people feel this is a little bit awkward because this doesn't feel natural. Nobody walks like that. But you can also walk just in a normal way as you would walk when you go along the street, depending on how much space you have in your room. But the important thing is that you just stay with your feet from the attention. Then your hands, they can hang left and right of your body, or you can do like this. You can hold them like that in front of your body. You can hold them behind your body like this, as you wish. But your body should be relaxed. The whole body should be relaxed. A little bit upright, that you don't walk like this, you know, because then you feel also like this in your mind. Feel upright and relaxed. and just stay with your attention in your feet. So we do this now. You can get up and do it in your own style, but stay with your attention in your feet. And I will ring the bell in, let's say, 5 to 6 minutes. And then when we sit down, we directly sit down in a calm and slow manner and take an upright position for sitting meditation. And then from there on, I will guide you. Okay, so now enjoy your walking if you like. back to your seat. You can take a relaxed upright position, and better is not to lean back, but maybe you sit on the front part of your chair, your legs in front, 90 degree, the joints with the knee 90 degree. Your hands can be like this in your lap, or you can just put them on your legs if you like. Your spine is upright. You can pull up your shoulders to your ear lobes, up, then to the back, roll and let go. Then your chin, you can put in a little bit, just a tiny little bit, so that you like have an upright upper spine also, but relaxed in a relaxed way. Your tongue touches the upper part of your palate behind your teeth. Your eyes can be closed, or you look down with your alongside your nose, but better is closed today. And you let your breath come and go naturally, just like your body needs it right now. And for a couple of breaths, you can, when you breathe in, you feel your whole body as one unit. And when you breathe out, you relax your whole body with each breath. Natural speed of breathing. You don't have to change your breath artificially. And just let it come and go, and with each breath you feel your body and you relax your body. And when your body is feeling relaxed, stably, then you can now shift your awareness or attention to your breathing. And you can choose between two things. One is you can feel that your belly is rising and falling with each breath. And you can stay with this sensation, or with this, with the movement of up and down of the belly. And the other thing is you can choose one spot around your nostrils, your nose, where you can observe your breath coming in and out easily. Whatever suits you better. But you don't follow your breath in all the way or out all the way. You just observe the in and out at this one spot. Your belly rising and falling, or one spot around your nostrils. You observe breathing in and out. And you relax your breathing as well. And when you feel at the end of your out breath, there's a small gap, a pause before you breathe in again. You can be aware of that gap also naturally. And whenever your thoughts wander off somewhere else, you can just recognize it and then gently bring your mind back to your breathing. And if your mind wanders off very quickly again, this is completely normal. You're doing nothing wrong. This is just how it is with your mind right now. And you just bring your mind back. That's okay. Okay. Then at the end of meditation, usually, Many people, they do this, rubbing their hands together very strongly until they're very warm. And you can put it on your face, on your eyes, and enjoy the heat. And one more time for the neck. You can also massage the neck a little bit or the shoulders if you need it. Stretch or sit comfortably again. Okay. So how was for you the walking meditation, if you have feedback or experience? How was that for you? If you want, you can speak, or if you can write. Anything that was interesting for you, or even maybe difficult, or you have questions, or I don't know.
Can someone share your experiences?
If you want, yeah, of course, if you want, but no force.
No force. Okay, for me, I think it's easier one to compare with sit meditation.
More easy?
More easier because it's more natural. By walking, and by walking you don't have to think. And when you sit, then your mind will working, and the thing, all the things, all the things pop up, and
Yeah.
you have to dealing with it. Yeah, that's my experiences.
This is the trick from walking meditation, because you trick your mind. You give your mind a little bit more to be busy with.
Yeah,
you know?
yes.
Because you cannot think too much, because you have to look where you're walking. And as soon as you stop doing things, then you see how your mind actually is usually thinking a lot. And it is true. I see some people also nodding when you speak. Many people say like, yes. And the point with meditation sometimes that people don't like it is because this is nothing that we are used to. When we sit silently and do nothing, who's doing this? Nobody. Being happy, many people say, means to be busy with something, to achieve something, to do something special, or to get something special. Good food, good experience with the body, precious things that we can buy or have. So for all these things, we have to do something. And also we have to think about it, and we have to do something with the things that we get that should make us happy. So when then there's nothing to do, it's quite unpleasant sometimes. But yeah.
Sorry. And I have also one question. How can we keep uprising as a position when we sit meditation, while we have to relax our body? And normally our body is like this, and they hang over. And when you sit meditation and you have to uprise your position, then some kind of strength you have to use to keep your body upright.
Yeah.
And I think for most people, the experiencing is very difficult and unpleasant situation.
I have exactly the same feeling, I have to say, when I sit upright, because most time of my life, when I see pictures from my childhood, I sit like this.
Yes.
Like, and I have a habit of sitting like this for many, many years. So this actually, when I sit like this, I can breathe very relaxed, to be honest. But then when I do like this, I'm not used to it so much, so breathing sometimes is more difficult. But of course, if you ask any doctor, sitting like this is not good for your body. So actually, at the beginning, it might be a little bit difficult to sit upright. But even some very experienced meditators, they meditate for years, they do many, many hours each day. They even say, if you sit upright, there's also one trick that your shoulder blades, you pull them together a little bit. Now I do extreme, you know, you do extreme like this. The shoulder blades, they are like this, and then they go a little bit together in the back, just a little bit, a tiny bit. And this is like what I say when we do like this and go back and then release. It's a little bit more open. But actually, when I do this, also I feel sometimes I need to put a little bit tension, like a little bit put it out, you know? But the experienced meditators, they say, if you get used to this, slowly your body will get used to this. And then, of course, if you do regular meditation, they say now this sounds very magical, but many people, they have experience like this. The body also has subtle body energy. They say chi, or maybe in yoga, they call it prana, I think. So these are like energies that flow through your body. And when you sit like this, there's not much flow. So they will be blocked somewhere, and then you will have tension. But if you sit upright, the body energy and also the blood in the body can flow much more freely. And if the blood flows freely also to your brain, everything is well nourished, and you will be able to feel relaxed. But as you say at the beginning, maybe also because we are human beings who work a lot or do a lot, when we want to relax, we feel of like leaning back or lying down in bed. Yeah. So this is natural, what you talk about. And if you meditate regularly, there might be some getting used to it, to sit upright again. That's why and actually you should, but this is all experience you have to gain yourself. The teachers, they always say, try to sit in a way that your body is carrying itself, you know, that you should not use so much muscles. They say your spine should be like brick by brick, that they hold themselves like a tower almost. It should feel, at the end, it should feel maybe a little bit, you don't have to put effort into it, but maybe in the beginning, because you're not used to it, you have to find the way to sit. Yeah. And sometimes for me, because I have such long legs, you know, I'm a huge German tall person. So when I sit on a normal chair, my legs always go a little bit up before the knees then go down like this, always like this a little bit. So for me already, I'm again more naturally will sit like this. If I take a cushion and sit more up, that the legs are going straight and then down, or even a little down and then down like this, then your hips will move forward a little bit, and then you sit upright naturally again. And then, of course, if you do I have these pictures? We have some meditation position pictures. If you sit on the meditation cushion in the cross-legged posture, or like one leg in front of the other, is actually better. If you cross, then the ankles will always put pressure on each other. This is not so good for the ankles. Better is one leg and then the other one before in front. Or you can sit in this lotus posture. If you can do it relaxedly, okay, but you don't have to. There are different postures that you can see where you can, or how is your meditation working better for you. And of course, you can do also meditation while lying down, but the danger is that you fall asleep very quickly. But in the evening, actually, people say also when you meditate in the evening, before going to sleep, you can do sitting or even lying down, then your sleep can be a little bit more relaxed. And especially the meditation on love, that one person said before, that you can also meditate on love or loving kindness or warm-heartedness. If you do this in the evening, they say, the teachers, I think even the Buddha said, then you have good dreams or no dreams at all, one of the both. And you will sleep the sleep will be, how do you say, vitalizing or replenishing your energies. Yeah. But if you go to sleep very late after watching a ton of movies or binge watching things or on YouTube, then your mind goes to sleep with all these informations. And this might be a little bit tiring for your mind. Do you have any other question about the topic of meditation or meditation in general, or even wider ranging questions towards meditation and the main topic, or any wishes that you would like to talk about or do. Otherwise, I can think of else. What else? Yes?
So I have friends that are non-religious, and I would like to know how I could introduce meditation to them without it sounding Buddhist or religious.
Well, first of all, you can never force something on anybody, you know? If somebody doesn't want something, you can force as much as you like. This will make maybe them even hate it even more or not wanting it even more. Maybe you have experience with this. In many families, this is happening. Even if it's well-wished, you know, you have the good wish. Maybe even some of you sit here because your parents tell you to go to. I said the last time, I think, when you are here because your parents tell you, I still have respect, because then you do it as a good child. But of course, things, if you force, it's not easy to open your heart for something, you know, if you don't like it. So even when your friends never talked with you about meditation, I would not introduce it to them actively from my part, you know, because it should come natural. If you want to, if they start talking about something like meditation, then you can naturally engage. But you know, if I have friends, like normal friends, and we drink some tea somewhere or coffee, then I would say, hey friends, do you know about meditation? They would say like, hey, what's with you? Do you want to indoctrinate me with something there? You know. But if you meditate regularly and they know and they ask what it's about like that, then you can talk about it naturally. Then it happens. And then if you want to talk about it in a non-Buddhist way, then you can actually tell them, if they are Christian, even the Christians, they meditate. It's called silent prayer. If they are non-religious, you can even tell them that, you know, meditation is actually is meditation not a religious practice? As we just saw, I mean, we didn't pray, we didn't, I said sometimes the name of the Buddha because the Buddha taught something about meditation, but actually what we did today was just relaxing and focusing our mind, that's it. It's something that everybody can do, and actually in many, many secular ways, meditation is already introduced in schools, in some therapies, you know, when you deal with depression, fear, anxiety, panic attacks, when you deal with pain in your treatment of bodily sickness, they already proved, many scientists, that meditation can easily help you to deal better with the difficulty or with pain or with sickness or emotions. But also, then you have to be very clear, meditation is no cure-all. Cure it all? Do you say in English like this? Cure it all. It's not a it's not the magic pill, you know, you have a problem, you meditate and it's gone like that. It's not working. It's more like a helpful tool that you can also use. And as what's the name? Guanlong said, some people, they don't feel comfortable when they sit upright like this and calm down. So actually for them, maybe things in movement are more helpful. They feel more relaxed in this way when they do yoga or sport. Because actually what we want is not meditate, what we want is peace of mind. And for some, peace of mind is coming through meditation, for some others not at the beginning. They can use other tools at first. So maybe if you have friends and you feel they might need something like that, I would not introduce meditation directly. But if I'm a good friend and I feel my friends, maybe they are a little bit suffering because of mental pain or restlessness or stress in their life, I would just talk about this with them, you know, hey, how are you doing? How's about work? When I feel it's work, you know, how's work going? Like, how are you? When friends are close, you can talk about things like this. But this you have to weigh in with your friends. You know your friends better. And if you really have people that you love and they suffer and they don't want help and they don't want support, then this can actually be painful for you as a friend. When you have friends or even parents or whoever you love and you feel there is suffering, but they are not really open for support. This can be painful for you, but then don't give up, but also don't force them. But you can always from time to time tell them, hey, whenever you need something, I'm there, what is in my capacity. I cannot help you with everything and I cannot change your life for you, but I'm here as a friend. That's why many of the Buddhists, when they in the morning or in the evening, when they pray a little bit, they wish, may all beings be happy. And then maybe especially the person that you love a lot, but they're suffering and you don't know how to help, at least you can have the wish, may they be free from the sickness or the pain or the fear or whatever. May they be happy, because then you at least cultivate the wish that they may be well, and if there's something I can do, then I will do. But first of all, if you want to help, you have to help yourself. That's how it works. Yeah.
So I already shared the idea is I think to have your friends, so you have to practice it first, and you to get them in touch with what you're doing, and sometimes they ask about that, and that is your chance to give them what you introduce them to the meditation.
Yeah. This is what I experienced when I become a monk, when you are a monk, especially, I'm not Vietnamese, I didn't grow up in the Buddhist society, the Buddhist culture. So when I now got introduced to Buddhism, for me, it was makes sense, very helpful. But then at the same time, of course, you become a monk or nun because you have a clear understanding that you suffer right now and you want to deal with the difficulties of life in the biggest sense, suffering in general, but also your own emotional suffering. So when I then became a Buddhist, something happened that many people have when they find something that is really important for them. They start telling others that it's the best thing that can ever happen to you, Then I went to my mom when I became a monk, and I had some knowledge how the mind works or how habits are working, bad habits. Then I started seeing more clearly when other people have difficulties with their habits or emotions. And then I started telling my mom or other people like, here, you should change this and here this, you should try meditation. Why not do some blah, 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 blah. And I advised so many things, but the people, they didn't feel very appreciative because, and this is the point that I didn't realize at the beginning, I was more concerned about what others should be doing better. And this time I didn't spend working. This can happen at the beginning when you find some spiritual path that you are so happy that you found your spiritual path that you then want to make the whole world a better place. But you forget that you have to first make your own heart a better place. And at this beginning time, then the people I talk to, especially also my mom, they say, no, this is not my thing, And then I was a little bit sad or frustrated also because I still see suffering in the person I love, I still see the suffering, but I cannot force the person. And this only came a time later than that I realized it's not about telling others how to change or how to live or how to be happy. And the biggest insight then was, if I really make myself more happy, if I heal my heart, people will feel this. And you don't even have to tell them, they maybe will ask themselves or not, but at least they will feel, oh, this is a person who is a little bit more happy or more stable now. And this will make people who love you also happy. You know, the parents, they always want their children to be very happy. But the way they tell their children how to be happy or how to help them sometimes make the children angry. Other way around, the same thing. But if the parents take good care of themselves first, the children will feel, oh, my parents are happy. And then the children will relax. Other way around too, like when the children take good care of themselves, the parents will feel sooner or later. But this is called blind spots. You know, sometimes it's easy to point at others and see exactly what is their difficulty. Sometimes it's very true what you see in the person. Oh, there they have the difficulty. And for the person themselves, they say, what? Where? I don't see that. Yeah, it takes time. But that's why meditation is a good tool for many, not for everybody, but for many, to make your mind a little bit more sharp, like the knife, not to stab others, but to look clearly in your own mind, in your own heart. But as I said, don't cling to meditation. Look what works out best for you. If you feel you have stress in your life, ask yourself, what is the best tool that I can use to calm down a little bit and take some time? But if you run away from the stress will just become more. Except if you go running or jogging in a sport way. This is the good running away from stress, because you run off the stress. This is allowed. Yes.
And talking about lucky that you born in the culture of the Buddhism, when you're showing the position of the walk meditation, that people can hold the hand in front of you or in the back. So we Vietnamese and mostly the elders, they're walking and they put the hand on the back.
Yes.
And they're walking, and yeah, it's I realize now that one of the meditation position, and maybe we have learned this from far in our elders. So yeah, that's the way we walking, and that's the looking that we have.
Actually, in the Asian countries, you can see many of the old people. They are up very early in the morning in the parks outside doing sport. Have you seen, maybe when you have visited Vietnam, or I have been to Taiwan and Malaysia a little bit, and each morning, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, the small parks are full of old people. And they take still good care of their body. They do some rounds, slowly walking, sometimes also alone. Then they do some Qigong practice, very simple, move their body a little bit. And you see that makes them very happy. Yeah, this is something that got lost here in the West, taking good care of your body in a relaxed way. You know, all the fitness centers are full. But if you see the advertisement and the work that they put in, you have to be slim and beautiful. And I don't know if this is making sometimes more stress on you.
So did you feel the stress for the young people? You are still studying or students. I don't know if you have stress every morning that you wake up and like working people, they have to more pressure on their work and target to get something like that.
Maybe you can say or write in the chat, what is the #1 source of stress or difficulty in your life right now, overall? I mean, there are many little things, but what is the most stressful or difficult thing that you face? If you like to share, you don't have to. But... because the things might be very different from person to person. For some it's studying, for some things related to friends or
It's the last day, so you can unmute yourself, please.
No pressure.
no pressure, but please. Yes, yes.
Maybe it's a little bit big, but society.
Exactly. Can you elaborate on that? What do you mean? Because I have some friends in your age. They said something like that. But what do you mean with this?
So I would say society is contains a lot of things. So, for example, the environmental issues that we have today with climate change, and also, so for me personally, maybe my studies and my future, and also nowadays, especially for young people, there's social media, maybe for some of us, like how you have to look in front of others and how you have to present yourself in front of other young people, but also in front of elders, especially in the Vietnamese community. There's a lot of showing off. And related maybe with maybe for some people financial issues, and yes, I would say it is a lot of things.
That was the top 10 stress related things in our life. Very good. Everybody else was nodding a lot, like yes, yes. Yeah. And you know, sometimes with all the social media things and the internet, it's a blessing and it's a curse, I feel, you know. You can do so much good with it, but you can get such an overload of information and expectation, and you can look at so many different ways of life, and oh, you could look like that, you could have that, you could have, should have. Oh boy. Yeah. And at the same time, we live at the time where you have so much resources and so much possibilities for little money to get all the many things, you know. On Friday, I was buying myself a new t-shirt because my t-shirts I use now for, I had like 2 or 3 t-shirts and I used them for like 10 years, I think. They have too many holes. It really looks not good enough. So I bought a t-shirt and a friend of mine took me to H&M. I don't know if you have that in H&M. And this was the first time I go to the supermarket, shopping center since many years like this. And I saw the prices on the t-shirts there and all the things, they're so cheap. But so of course you can buy things and look like this, look like that. So many things are inviting you to spend a lot, to chase different looks and styles and dreams. And then what you say, like, and at the same time, the older people expect something different from you. The workplace expects something different from you. Everybody expects, and this can be like a weight on you. And again, like that's why maybe look for ways that can ground you again. Don't spend too much time in your head thinking and worrying. And for some, this might be sport. For some might be art, some hobby that really also that is joyful for you, you know. Don't miss out on simple joys. Not every, you know, being happy doesn't mean to be always a special firework moment for your Instagram story, you know. Maybe this is something that got lost a little bit with internet culture, that you can share so much that you forget to share something with yourself and just enjoy it, you know, without sharing it with the world. Yeah, people quickly take the phone. Oh, look at this, how beautiful! I have to share with all of my friends. But have you actually experienced and enjoyed it really, or do you enjoy only the reactions of other people? Oh man, now we have only 5 more minutes, but we opened the big topic that is actually very on everybody's mind. But maybe this we can do next year or next time, or everybody can think about things like this for themselves. Yes. So maybe then now the last 5 minutes, we can just do a quick meditation to smooth out the ending like this. But also before we do this, I want to really say thank you for sharing. And this here the English group, you shared more and had some videos with nodding heads. This was very made things more easy for me. I'm very, very happy to have this as my last class because the other class was sometimes a wall of black screens with white names, like talking into the black void of the universe. Okay, then we do some last meditation. And you know, if you like, you can also lean back and then relax, sit in the way you like it. More time that you sit relaxed, comfortably, hands on your lap or on your legs. You can close your eyes. Take maybe 3 deep breaths in through your nose and then out through your mouth, and you can sigh and like just let things out and fall. Breathing in deeply and out. 2 more times. Maybe we can do a very, very small meditation on love. You can feel your heart beating, or you feel around the area of your heart, the chest. And you can imagine in your chest where your heart is, there's a small orange or yellow ball of light, feeling warm, bright, like a small sun. And this is representation of your love or loving kindness or warm-heartedness that you can feel for yourself and for others. This is the energy with which you enjoy other things, enjoy emotions like love or gratitude, joy. And now you can imagine this love that you now want to feel and cultivate is the love for yourself. And with each breath, breathing in, you can feel your chest. And when you breathe out, you can imagine the small sun, the small ball of light can grow a little bit when you breathe out. And you can imagine the feeling of warmth, love, can slowly, slowly fill up your entire chest, the entire upper body. And this is the feeling of love towards yourself, towards your body, towards your mind. And wherever you spread this light in your body, you spread peace, relaxation, kindness. Slowly the light can spread through your arms until the fingertips. And you can let it spread through your legs, into the feet, and even fill your entire head. And now feeling your entire body filled with warm light or warm-heartedness. You can think for yourself sometimes, some couple of times, the following sentences. May I, myself, be happy and safe. May I, myself, be happy and safe. May I be free from bodily and mental suffering. May I take good care of myself. And may all my wholesome, good and beneficial goals or aspirations be fulfilled. May everything I do that is good for myself and others be fulfilled. Oh, and I forgot, maybe I can do this right away. Then we can fold our palms together and we just think whatever we have learned today or practiced or cultivated, may this be good for ourselves in our daily lives or in our social lives. May this be good for ourselves, but also may this be good and beneficial for all the people we love, our parents, family members, and friends, but also for all living beings, all living creatures. And may this help them to have peace of mind, peace in their heart, and freedom from suffering. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Okay.
Our lecture is now coming to an end. I would like, on behalf of the presence today, to thank you for that you have pointing out the way of the meditation, and you have let us the opportunity to experience with the practicing the meditation, and so that we can have a joyful and peaceful moments to all of us. So thank you a lot for that. Yeah. So maybe we have in the future more of this from you.
Happy to join again. And maybe next year we can do in person. Who knows? Who knows?
Yes, we're looking forward to that. I think for the rest too. Okay, yes, we now the class now ends, and yeah, I would like to ask the participant to fill out the feedback forms